Welcome back. We are going to talk about an autism inclusion program, actually an inclusion program in general, at the YMCA, the Clippert YMCA in Colerain Township. And we were talking a little bit before this, and the statistics about autism, I mean, I didn't realize this, but it says 13 years ago, 1 in 10,000 children were diagnosed with autism, and now it's 1 in 150?
It's absolutely stunning. 1 in 150 children are diagnosed every day with autism. And
well, David, do we have any idea why?
Unfortunately, we do not. We do know that the diagnosis and the early intervention is happening faster, so we think that's part of the reason why we're learning that more children have autism, but we just don't know what's causing it at this point.
And some of the issues with autism are really the social interaction part, because I understand intellectually autistic children are the entire gamut.
Yes.
But it's really that social part that's...
Yes, it's social and it's communication skills and really that peer interaction, that ability to really concentrate. A lot of kids get fixated in terms of doing repetitive things and stacking and flapping, and those are some of the behaviors that through our treatments we're trying to eliminate. Okay,
now I understand that the treatment, a lot of times it takes a lot of therapy to really, and early intervention is key.
Right.
And it can be, you know, like a ton of money, like even $40,000.
Right. Early treatment and early diagnosis is the key, and you know, the treatment costs a lot of money, and most insurance companies do not cover the cost, and it could cost up to $40,000 a year for full treatment for a child. And it really puts a burden on the families that are inflicted with autism because of that high cost.
So families without, well, actually even families with insurance, but families without the means to put out the $40,000, that's a lot of money. Yeah, especially now.
It is a lot of money.
Yeah.
I'm a family with I'm a father of 2 that are inflicted with autism. So our personal story is our family has experienced that. It does cost a lot of money, and it takes a lot of time, commitment from one of the parents, because you need to travel and treat the kids. So it makes it very difficult on families.
Now tell us your personal story. How did you find out, or do you have girls or boys?
Boys.
Okay, 2 boys. And how did you find out they were autistic?
We got diagnosed at Cincinnati Children's Hospital. One of my sons is 14 and one is 3.
And a big age range.
Yeah. What you'll find with autistic children is it's much more predominant in boys than it is in girls.
Okay.
And so that's part of the research in trying to find out why.
Okay. And so you realized that there were some social interaction issues or communication issues.
Right.
I mean, how does a parent know, well, I should get my child tested?
Sure. For us, we saw a regression in the behavior and the development of our boys. For our youngest at 18 months, his verbal skills regressed. He was saying the basic verbal skills of the 18-month-old, and then all of a sudden he stopped talking. He stopped having eye contact with us as parents, didn't acknowledge us. So we knew that there was an issue.
Okay.
And that's when we got tested at Children's.
Okay. And so now the YMCA, how does that come into play? Because this seems like something really different. I mean, this inclusion program just sounds wonderful.
Sure. At the YMCA, we're always looking at ways that we can serve communities in better and newer ways.
Right.
And being a parent with children with autism and working at the Y, we saw that there's a need for families out there in the autism community, that there are limited places for families to play and social and interact together. And we thought, what a better place than the YMCA. It's very difficult to go out with children and with families with autism, because a lot of times our children will act up, and typically the typical mainstream individual may not understand and may just think that you're a bad parent, where really it's because of the disorder that's causing that problem. So
and you can't wear a sign saying, you know, my child has autism. It's like it seems like it would be comforting to be around other parents who already understood that.
Right. So at the Y, we provide that safe atmosphere so all families are included and we all understand one another's issues, and we provide that opportunity not only for the child with autism, but for the other children in the family who typically may get overlooked because all the attention most times are being given to the child with autism.
Oh, right. So how do people find out when the groups meet and how to get involved, that kind of thing?
Sure. We have monthly events at the Clippert Y, and you can look at our website, myy.org, for all the information.
Go ahead, David. I was going to say, of course, people know they can go into WLWT.com, and we're going to link them to the myy.org. And from myy.org, they would go to the Clippert YMCA.
The Clippert site, and we have an autism inclusion link that has all of our programming information that we have presently going on.
And I should say you also have programs that include other disabilities as well, children with other disabilities. You want to mention that?
Sure. In our summer day camps right now, we have children with all different types of disabilities that are participating in our YMCA. So it's a great opportunity not only to expand outside of autism, but we want to be inclusive to all children.
That's great. Now also you've expanded the preschool program, so let's give that a shout out too.
Sure. We are
a lot going on at the YMCA all the time. So
thank you. We were recently approved by the state of Ohio to be a private provider for the Autism Scholarship. So this fall we'll be offering a preschool specifically designed for children with autism and providing the needed therapies for their success. And we'll be implementing their full individualized educational program and providing a variety of services to those children.
That is great. I should ask you, you have one son who's 3 and one who's 14. Do you see a difference in terms of services offered now and maybe more understanding of autism?
Absolutely. I think there's much more awareness today than there was 11 years ago when we first diagnosed our oldest. So awareness is out there. You know, there's a great advocacy organization out there, Autism Speaks, that's really driving from an advocacy perspective.
That's right. Well, give us the number for the Clipper YMCA so people
Sure.
can call.
It's 513-923-4466.
And we have it on the screen, 923-4466. Okay. And you know, David, did I even introduce you? Because I've been talking. I haven't given, okay, I'm just off my game today. Okay, this is David Martirano, the YMCA District Vice President at the Clippert Family YMCA. We just started talking. We got right into the autism, and I said, did I ever tell people who you are?
That's okay.
So thank you, David. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it.
Pleasure.
All right, come back again. Stick with us. We'll be back in a moment.